Today is the official start of the Atlantic hurricane season.
While many are hoping for a calmer summer after last year's devastating storms, there are a couple of factors at play battling each other that will ultimately determine whether there's trouble in the coming months ahead. Meteorologist Andrew Brightman here now with the latest projections.
Yeah, so Andrew, what kind of season can we expect here?
Yeah, so it's a really tough forecast actually when we're talking about this upcoming season because we have two major contrasts. It's basically El Nino, which usually leads itself, and we've been talking about this, to stronger wind shear through the what we call the main development zone, Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean, Central Atlantic, but also we've got some really warm ocean waters currently, especially just off the coast of Africa. One of the researchers at Colorado State University really talked about we haven't really seen a type of hurricane season shape up like this before because of the strong contrast between these opposite factors.
We haven't seen a year that is exactly like this one. We have tried some analog years like 2006 and 2004, but there is actually none that it have been similar to this one. So in this case, we're just taking into consideration the current conditions that we have at the moment and trying to see that counter action, which one is going to be the strongest.
Yeah, and that's really going to be the battle shaping up between El Nino and, again, these warm ocean waters, very warm ocean water shaping up. So the latest forecast, they upped the number of named storms up to now 15 named storms, at least tropical storms for the season, now also up to 3 major hurricanes, category 3 or higher. Overall, though, this would still be basically about average for the Atlantic basin this time of year. Again, talking about El Nino, usually we have the warm water really out in the central Pacific thanks to the trade winds coming off the coast of South America, but sometimes those trade winds break down. We have that warmer water just off the coast of South America, and what that does actually helps strengthen the subtropical jet. We have these strong westerly winds moving through the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico, but usually we have tropical systems actually moving westward, and it's that change in wind direction up through the atmosphere that can really help to rip storms apart. So that would usually leads itself to a less than active hurricane season. But on the flip side, some of the warmest water Colorado State University has ever seen just off the coast of Africa, and this is a big analog for usually an above average season. So those are the two contrasting factors that she was talking about as we officially kick off the hurricane season. Now, usually as we go through June and July, we don't see a ton of activity. The warmer waters tend to lag later in the season. Usually when we get the longest day of the year in June, we see the warmest temperatures in July and early August, but then we usually actually see the warmest ocean waters once we get to early September. So the climatological peak for hurricane season is usually September 10th. But when we do see tropical development, it's usually old frontal boundaries moving into the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico. And usually at the edge of these frontal boundaries, we can sometimes see a little in-close tropical development. This is usual June tropical climatology. And where you see that little orange spot right here, well, coincidentally, that's the one spot that we're watching right now for potential tropical development. Again, the hurricane hunters checking out this storm, up to a 70% chance of developing and potentially becoming our first named storm of the year. First name up would be Arlene. Now, weirdly enough, this storm actually is going to be moving north towards the U.S. mainland, actually going to be riding towards the edge of this frontal boundary and actually making its way off to the south. But our latest run here with Futurecast actually does develop into a tropical system. But weirdly enough, again, it's not going to be moving north, actually moving south towards the island of Cuba before eventually dissipating as we head into the weekend, Tara. So could see some tropical development, but right now no major risks to the U.S. mainland.